Now to get ready. G'day. I just felt like going live to have a practice. Yeah, click goes the keyboard, exactly. Copy that link. For those of you who are in, oops, not sure why that's not going. Click, click, click goes the keyboard. Yes, I'm getting back to just using the Be Live in this instance. The mobile app, open up the destinations, and I'm using just the Be Live, no eCam feeding or anything like that. So, hi Shaz, hi Mary, happy to see you. Hi Elaine, and already yeah, there I am here. Yeah, as crazy as the hair looks and everything else, I thought if I don't go now, I probably will not get around to it again like I did yesterday. So I thought, no, today I do want to actually get to doing the live. So I'm going to bring up the other screen as to what I'm wanting to do, because what I would like to go through is this one, the Labyrinth Through Time. But I did come up with something that I noticed this morning from the last 2 days' readings, but now I can't find it. And I think, how bugger. I had it sorted. It was the Whip the Snake and the Moon in both of those readings, and the Whip Birch Broom card is in the centre of both. It's still quite funny. As I saw that, I thought, I should share this, but now I'm not going to. I'm going to go straight into doing some readings, just some practice ones. In your PJs, nothing wrong with that. Sunday, you can wear what you like. It is exciting. Join the hair club. You mean the grey, or they're having to keep it up off the face so you stop eating it? Because Elaine, that's what I keep doing. It sucks into my mouth when I'm not scoffing. I don't scoff. I eat politely. But when I'm eating, it finds its way into the mouth, and it gets very, very, very confusing. Not confusing. Gee, the words. As we get older, isn't it wonderful how the brain works? It just takes things away in an instant. Sometimes you'd love a reading to the Facebook user. Now that one is, I was going to type that in here. There is a link there. Assuming it'll go to all the pages, the 4 that I'm sending to, so that for groups, when you're in it, I should have just done it as a group. Into the group post. Oh, anyway, it's everywhere. Yeah, it gets pretty yucky tasty. Tasty not. Yeah, so yours does the same. Yeah, that's why I put it up. I was just getting sick of it. So you should have seen it earlier. I think I must have had visions of being taller. It was actually stuck right up there initially. In a point when I had my share, because it's why I put it up as well to have a share. You're in the Ros Boundy one, yeah, because it is going to the Ros Boundy profile, the Ros Boundy page, the Ros Boundy YouTube, and the Ros Boundy card reading private group thing. And that's where the no Facebook face thing, comes up. And that's why I just went and did that. Yeah, so that thing. You're wet? Oh, is it raining? I haven't even looked. Or your hair's wet. From the shower. I did mine yesterday, so I didn't want to wash it again. So it is both irritating. Exactly. So exactly. Now what I'm going to do is switch it round again so that we can actually see this method of doing a reading. It's called Labyrinth Through Time. There you can see how the actual kit itself is housed. It's in a gorgeous little tin, and you can see I did put Tea with Karin in the description. Let's have a look, see if that focuses down the bottom. It is a registered trademark and system, so anyone found copying the system and the etceteras, I know will be followed up. Because there is that warning as we purchase them that they're not to be copied, etc. And this is the guidebook that goes with it that explains how this system works and some of the cards And here is the other little guidebook that comes with it for the charms. It's called a charm dictionary. So it's not just, let's have a look, it's not just the cards, it's not just the charms. Here, what she has in the kit is a mat that goes down on the table, of course. So what I'm going to do is use this one for starters, because it's the best one that I can use that I want to practice the symbols without using the guidebooks, because I much prefer to use my intuition rather than just the guidebook. So it comes with it's a set of cards, and I will show the other side. So it's a set of cards here that, I'll put them up there. Can you still see them? Yeah. So when you're using this side for a detailed reading, what these symbols are here is actually matching to the charms, and these ones on the center, they're actually matching to the charms that are on the inside. So as well as the charms with this kit, we actually, and if you can see all the charms, so there's, I don't know, 28 or 50, I can't remember. There's charms in there. This 12-sided dice is one that is for the timeline, so you're using the numbers, and it helps to clarify timelines if you're after some sort of timing. And as you can see here, we've got a pendulum, a beautiful amethyst pendulum. So all of this does come in the kit, and a pendulum, as you know, is using the balance of a yes and a no and a maybe. It just depends how you've tuned into and programmed your pendulum. So I do know what mine are. So that is a reasonably detailed style of reading. This is too. It just depends on how many charms that you actually lay out on this. And these cards give it another layer of depth. So I've got these ones that are each of those symbols of the charms are also in the cards. Okay. And with that, you've also got a level of expansion where there's some timing there. There's further advice that can be gained from these cards, okay? Now I'm just wondering whether I move that camera to around here, because then I don't feel like I'm stretching my neck too much as I'm doing them. Let's see. Is that going to be a bit better? Who knows? Since it's only that angle. So from here, what we do, and I'll just check the comments again. Unfortunately, I'm right-handed with a mouse, left-handed with everything else. I'm not too sure how to use a mouse with a left hand. How could I go about a reading, please? Right, so what you need to do, so I can see who you are and tune into your energies. I mean, I could do it that way. I'm just going to be reading ad hoc through the list of who's come on, pretty much, just for a little while, so that I can get some practice at doing these. I haven't done many of these readings yet, so I just want to get more in flow, because a lot of what happens with doing any form of reading is putting your intuition, your psychic senses into, I wouldn't say overdrive, into connection with spirit in a more direct way, so that I'm actually able to tune in and give it, well, it's giving the messages that I'm receiving. And I keep forgetting to turn that off with its notifications. It'll probably still beep. So if you click that link that's there, that I put, that's called FAQ BeLife.tv group comments, whichever page you're on, I've got that link there. So the one that doesn't have the little avatars, got the grey head, if you could actually click that and see if it will allow you to, you've got to give permission for your name face to be put up on the screen, or so I can see it, at least even in my comments stream down the side. So I might do one. Shaz was first on. Do you want a reading, Shaz? So, and then what you do is actually just ask a one sentence type question so that it gives a bit of focus around you'd like to know more about your spirituality or your home and family, leisure and social life, that type of thing. And I can put some charms on that and read them that way. Whether you're specifically after something that's love and relationships or money matters, that type of thing. So we've got these categories. It's life journeys. It's what's involved in those different aspects of what is our life, our life path. And, if you're needing some guidance around that, we'll see what it gives us. If I have some hesitation on what a symbol means, I will look it up in the booklet. Normally, I just tap into intuitive senses, which, still will. But whenever you're learning something new and it's another person's creation, I do like to honour how they actually interpret first, and then I'll grow into what is my own interpretations. And it's just to recognise that, there are particular meanings sometimes with things through tradition or through interpretation that another has created. And then growing from that in your own path and understanding of how to interpret when you become a professional reader and that type of thing. Okay, so now let me see. I'm just going to go to, I think I'm on that one. Let me have a look. It's Meg's. It's showing up in there. You still need, that comment didn't come into here. Okay, let me see if that'll go in there. Megs, if you click on that comment, I've just put it directly into the live stream that we've got there. It was actually in the description up the top as well. So if you put your comment there, if you click that and allow the comments to show up on the screen, I can see your name so that I know that it's your question when it comes up. Okay. Hopefully you've got that. Okay, so I can't see that Shaz is bringing up a question there. Okay, that's all right. She may have gone off to do something like have a shower or whatever. I don't know. Get out of the PJs. Let me just do a quick spread for 444. Mary, would you like one? Shaz might come back later. I have done one recently for her. Good morning, Kat. How are you? Lovely to have you here. I'm doing a test at a trial out. No, a practice. Practice session. I must seem like a bloody airhead. Oops, and I'm swearing. Oops. Oops. But that's all right. Mary, would you like to have a quick reading with the charms on this? Charms and the cards. Let's see how we go. Oh. Is there a particular area that you'd like to use, Mary, that you'd like to have the charms in, just to have it more specific? What's the first thought of an area that you'd like to look at as such? Oh, they're noisy, aren't they? I'm going to actually make a little mat to go inside this so that when I'm doing the live, it's not quite so noisy. Can you hear it as noisy there or not? Otherwise, what do you think? I'll try and pick it up without making noise. It's not very easy, is it? There is a delay between comments and what comes up on my screen too. So decisions around which area. There's spirituality, like start from the top at the 1 o'clock, 1 to 2. So it's home and family, leisure and social life, career and business, love and relationships, health and well-being, money matters, adventure and discovery, and spirituality. Home. Good. Now I'll put that one up. There we go. It's decisions around home. Cool. So I'm going to put 3 charms. 1, 2, 3. And I'll just take them randomly from there. So what you've got is the chair, the angel, and I think that's a pram. So what I'm saying, it's almost like it's rest, busyness, rest, busyness, rest, busyness. It, like, as far as the pram being the mobility, I'll just put them up there like that. so we can see each of those charms. Now, can you see all of them? Let me see if that, oh, now you get the whole arm and sleeve and a full face. Is that a bit easier? Having it a little bit closer to where I'm working. It probably is a bit easier now, isn't it? So that's the pram, the angel, and the chair. Is it helpful if I put them up like that? There's a little pram. Here's the little angel. Any palm readers out there? Go for it on my palm. Just joking. I have had it done yonks back, and I did a course myself as well. So there's a chair. Isn't it cute? It's almost like you could almost use these charms as dollhouse stuff. Miniature dollhouse. Beautiful. I think chair, like the pram, I am going to look them up in this for the moment because I'm not quite familiar with how Karin is doing the interpretations of these. Is it a pram? Not coming MNOP. Peacock? No, let's go for angel instead. Well, there's chair. What would that one be? Pushcart? Pram's not there. So we know that it's new pathway from the cards. It actually moves us into new journeys, new pathways, and keeping things moving forward. And the way I like to interpret it is definitely being able to be extremely mobile and flexible in the direction you're taking, because they can turn on a dime pretty much these days. So you have got control over that, and moving it into those moments where maybe you do need to sit down. Let me see what chair is. Comfort, restful, time for a break. So I would say it's almost feeling like in that busyness, don't forget that you need to actually be taking those breaks. So the decisions, are you actually deciding on a holiday or a total shift in direction? And I'm going to look at the angel is protection from a higher power, positive messages coming through, and the happy news. So that's a combination of keywords that comes up, even religious beliefs and divine guidance. So it really is tapping into what you know yourself as your spiritual connections, and spending that time caring for self in that process of moving forward in whatever that new path is. It is feeling to me like trust what decision you're about to make. There is one that is stronger than another that you're sort of feeling more guided to. Take that step, and that's what I'm feeling with that one, is to trust it. Now, they are cute, aren't they? They're a lovely little card. Now, as far as, oh, I nearly trod on Peanut. She's under my feet, under the table, sorry, not specifically under my feet. Now, with these, we've got these extra cards of timing, 3, 6, 12 months. Do you need a timing, Mary, on when a decision is going to be made, the rather major change in direction, or new something new? It almost feels like a new pathway. So there's further advice, hopes, pros, cons, what's hidden, your fears, don't do this or do this if you want. There's those types of options. Which would you choose out of those? I mean, this is where it makes it easier if you're on a face-to-face, or having you as a guest in here as a private video call type of thing. That's where this is going to lead to for private consults, of course, and having the practice now of, wow, like there really is so many different ways to interpret. And for any of you, if you see a different way to interpret one of these charms that you feel, oh, that's saying, just put it in there. So I like that. Me pick. Great decision maker. Let me just go for this one, the what's hidden and the fears. So, and this is where the cards do come into it, so that they're actually shuffled, and a card, and this can be done in any form. It doesn't have to be shuffling, just pick one out of there. But what we've got there is the heart card, so what's hidden, and the fears around. I think that's the Tower card. Let's have a look at that. And I think the cards are in this one. Yes, because they're numbered, aren't they? So when we get to 13, yeah, it is the Tower. So the fear is growing so big that it feels like it's out of control. That's what I'm feeling with that it's something that you're, and what it moves toward, it does increase level of busyness, which is the pram as well, being busy, pushing it into that new pathway. But also, having recognition as well, because the bigger we grow in some respects and being out there, it really is putting the spotlight back on you as well. And really being responsible for what's occurring in those instances. But it's also that other people are going to hold you in high regard. And our own self-doubt comes in, I don't deserve this, that type of thing. But certainly it is unfounded, right? Because you've got the heart and what's hidden. You're hiding behind... Actually, I'm just going to have a look at what she's saying about it's love, passion, beauty, emotion, deep connection, cherish, possess. And why is it that you're hiding behind it? Probably because there is that, you don't always want to show things from that vulnerability, the position of everything being from your heart, because it really does show the who you are. And sometimes we do prefer to hide that because... well, privacy. It does come down to feeling a more private center than what you want to actually have exposed to the world. But it's coming up to that at some point you are moving into that pathway where you're going to have that tap, but it's going to be from that basis of you'll bring the heart connection out with it, because that's naturally who you are. And it's going to move into growing your position and realm out in the world in a way that's going to surprise, but it's also going to be your pathway, right, as the pram was showing. Okay, so hopefully that was all right. If there's any questions, don't ask me. I've already forgotten what I've said. That's the way I do my journaling. I speak it and it goes. But hey, I'll watch the replay if I have to. I have done before. So Elaine or Shaz, are you there wanting to have a reading? I know, Megs, you'd need to actually ask a question, huh? Which section would you like it to be in? I can't see where you've put another comment in that it's showing that I can actually see your name here. But if you'd like to, just put which section of these you'd actually like a quick reading about, and we can do one for you, okay? And Elaine. Hey, Foxy, would you like to have a reading? pick a section. I'm fine with leaving it at that because, Mary, thank you very much for being part of this and allowing me to have a practice. Shaz may have gone off. Elaine is still there. And then we've got Megs. I can't see where that's coming in on it. Oh, goodness. I don't know, like with Facebook, it can... Oh, hang on. I went and left that up. Silly me. So thank you, Mary. Oh, look, it's a pleasure. I really do enjoy doing the readings. I am feeling the more that I've allowed myself to connect in with what is, psychic abilities, the more connected I feel actually into what I'm meant to be doing. So it is one of those things that sometimes in fear we leave it for so long, but once we open the gate, it's like the floods come out in some respects, not in a damaging way, or it can be, but not in a damaging way. It's just taking it gently, which is why I'm trying out different systems and really enjoying these creations that Tea with Karin has made, because she was the one that had the curiosity map that I've been using. But at the moment, I want to practice with this one. Hey, hi, Julie. How are you? So you'd like the love and relationships. So that's this one. So I'll do these. I just like to clear the energy from them in between, which I've just done. And that's only a Reiki symbol, the clearing symbol, chakra. So I'll pick 3 symbols. And 1, 2, And the lucky last without looking at them, and you've got the tent. So it's the tent. Oh, goodness, look at what we've got there too. Here we've got the tent. Here we've got the pram again. So we've already had an interpretation of the pram. I have no idea where it is in the little booklet. It may have been missed. And here we have a fish. Now, I know from the Lenormand cards, because I've been using the Lenormand deck for so long now, well, it has been a long time now. Well, is a year and a half, 2 years, 3 years a long time? It's relative, isn't it? I feel it's been a long time. And I can relate to them in the symbolism from what the cards there will tell me. But I am going to, where did I put that booklet there? The symbols booklet, I am going to read them from here so that it gives you an idea of how to interpret, me an idea of how Karin interprets using this, but I know that she has moved on to the level of just using intuition as well. But as the creator of them, of course, she's going to have the a lot more of the that the interpretations off the top of her head and into her intuitive senses and etc. too. So it's tent, fish, and I'm still trying to find that pram, child, baby, carriage. Pram, baby, carriage. Well, it's not under pram, so it must be under baby carriage. Oh, there it is. And it's not under pram. There isn't the description. See? Baby carriage. See also pram, baby carriage. I'm here at fish. I'm here at tent. There isn't a pram, baby carriage. It's not there. So I might need to point that one out to Karin. So similar interpretation to what I mentioned as far as Mary's go, but this is in the love relationship. So to me, it's actually indicating that there is possibility of a new relationship or a fresh, more energized frequency in a current relationship. It's actually also bringing forward, because I'm going to go round this way first. The 10th, the last one I'm feeling. So it's certainly, if you're looking for new relationship, that's coming, is what I'm feeling with that one. And the fish is a good luck symbol. So it's prosperity, money, Right. Have I got you back? Have you got me back? What I did was just refresh the screens. It's showing to me that I am back live in the Rosboundy.
What I
I've just
did
got to
was
mute
just
that. The Rosboundy Psychic Medium Card Readings group. I'm live in there. That's the one I'm looking at. Because I figure if I'm there, definitely I'm live in the other places and spaces. Look, it's just the technology at times. Yes, I am back. Okay, so where did I get up to with you, Julie, as far as the explanation? Um, because I'm not looking at that screen all the time. I'm not looking at the comment screen all the time. Did you get the reading from the start? Because just as a quick little summary, it is that you're on a new pathway journey with relationship, whether it's a new one that you're going out and there's lots of friends, fish school, lots of fish in the sea. There's lots of fish in the sea, and it's going to mean that there's some great connections that are possibilities. And you may feel drawn to one in particular or a few and just do the dating thing, and then taking yourself into that space where you're actually able to reflect and meditate on and do the soul searching. Is this the one for me? And that sort of follow up. So I think there is success in potentially that new relationship. So it is the new relationship. That is what I felt. So I think you're going to have success with that. It does mean getting out and about to actually meet the other people, as far as, the fish in the sea sort of thing. And that can be done online to a degree now. But I think really it ultimately does come down to actually spending time as a one-to-one and connecting that way. So good luck with that. It is saying to me that, success in that. So, and I don't feel there's anything extra for that reading. So thanks for asking. And for anyone else that would like to, I've got things happening that way. It would seem that others have probably moved off and got busy with other things on their Sunday morning. So thank you. Megs, if you haven't been successful in clicking on that link in the card reading group, look, just connect. I'll do one later that's on the private messenger level. That's a similar thing, but rather than do it live without knowing what avenue, what area you'd like to have a reading on, I think it's probably not a fair thing to practice when you're not there. Okay, which is the same with Shaz and Elaine. If you're there, certainly put in the next couple of minutes. So with this one, I'll just flip over and do a bit of a demo, like an explanation of how this side works, because it's sort of similar, but it's not, because this is where you're just using, where I would just be using, you'd want a reading and you'd have a specific question that you're asking, but because it's just dropping like that casually around the whole face of this side of the mat. Here we've got a G that's got the moon on it. So here we've got the mushroom on the mirror. We've got a ring and the scales on the tower, effectively. So that's the scales. You can, forgot to switch them around. Oopsie. I forgot to switch them around. Now, if you didn't see how very clearly what I did, I just scattered a little pinch of the charms over the whole mat, okay, on this side. And we've got the moon that's landed on the G, and we've got the mushroom on the mirror, the ring and the scales on the tower symbol. We've got the bell with the tent on it, and we've got the peacock that's landed on the rose. So it seems to be a very beautiful, the way of reading this is just moving around as I did on the other side, but we start at the center. And because the center one, the only one we've got as the charm on a symbol, the basis is the mat. So the mat rose energy, it comes from this booklet. And this is where I'm needing the practice to actually get the gist of these symbols and what what mechanism of understanding there is from the symbol to the charm that's laying on top. So it's sort of pairing together. Oh, there's baby Pram in the cards. So I could have looked it up in this book. So as far as with that rose, I think, yeah, there's 28 symbols, I think. No, 25. Oh, there they all are, listed like that, and the significator. So if I look up this as a short one and get used to this, what we've got is the rose that is mature-aged female. So it's saying there's a mature-aged female who is actually fluffing up her feathers. It almost, to me, feels like showing her glamour, really tizzying up and showing off the beautiful colours of what she's wanting to present to the world. That's what I would see with that one. And then we'd move over to the mushroom that's on the mirror. And in this one, where the mirror is, let me see, I've got to find it now. Mirror is reflection, what needs looking at. And it probably is, as far as the mushroom goes, with the charm symbol out of this book. Are you following me? I'm just looking to see if there's any comments. I do still have some people watching, so and that's fine. So on the mirror with the mushroom, so we go to the mushroom on this one. And this is where, you know, once there's a bit of practice with anything, it just takes a little bit of practice and then you just go with the flow. So the mushroom's about growth and resilience and cleansing. So we're looking a little bit more at the growth of things. And because what we want to look at with mirrors and reflections, and what we're reflecting on, or what we're showing the mirror underneath, for instance, you know how dentists do their teeth, do your teeth. You're looking underneath the mushroom in some respects and bringing out what is that's the shadow, what's not seen. So it's the hidden stuff, the toxic things, the something that's an obsession or setbacks or compulsive disorders, obsessive compulsive disorders, things like that. Stuff you've tried hiding away, you're bringing it out into the open. So that's what's needing to be reflected on in this instance, bringing it further out as far as, you know, the preening, the pressing, the showing the exterior world in this respect from the mature age woman. It's needing still yet, though, to bring out what is further gems that are being hidden, that stuff that needs to be cleansed as well. Brought out to daylight, so it is cleansed. That's what happens with toxic stuff. As soon as you deal with it, it's gone, isn't it? And treated. So we've got the ring that is definitely commitment here, and the scales on the tower. Now the tower is actually about, let me have a look, career or business. So it's more a work thing, something to do with what you're moving toward in business sense or employment sense, that type of thing, or what's happening in your workspace. And the ring is definitely about commitment, that cycle, the continuity.Maybe it's becoming a drag and you're trying to find the balance between your work-life balance, especially if you're working from home, as far as a mature age woman. A lot of us do. I do. I know Sharon does, Shaz does. Others do. Oh, hi, Roz. There's another one. Are you actually in the... Judy, hi, how are you? Yeah. Can you click on that group comments permissions button to see if I can actually get to see your comment, your name in my comment stream? So it'd be lovely to see that. So this one, I'll just move back to doing this because it's what I'm practicing, isn't it? So on the tab for that work area, I feel it is actually finding that balance and, you know, not letting it stay as a merry-go-round type thing, because there's no start, no end type of thing to it. And the scales are balanced justice. So if there's something happening that you're needing to actually follow up as well, make a commitment to yourself to actually do that, so that you are standing up for yourself to create that level playing field in the workspace as well. So here we're moving around then to this, and I'm feeling I just got the G as far as that moon, that light reflective. It's the feminine energy. So I think it's probably, there could be someone that's connected with you that's name starts with a G. or a place where they live or something like that. G is a dominant. That's the only letter that's been highlighted with this set, with this reading. So think of someone who's G that might be in your field of living life experience or whatever, family, rallies, friends, workmates, and the rest. That's I don't know whether it's the G with the mature woman that's in your life or whether it's something to do with a G in your workspace. Could be relevant for each and every one of you to have a G influence as far as their name in your realm of relationships, connections. Now we're moving around to the 10th that's sitting on the bell. Now, I don't think I've seen the bell before myself, had it in any reading, so I might just look up. It's about announcements, but I want to actually look at the detail of that one in here. Since I'm just practicing it, what's bell number, page number 19? Oh, gee. My fingers are not working really well. Well, it's not fingers, it's the thumb. So it is announcements, it's good news. So the bell is good news, speak loudly to be heard, could be weddings. It almost looks like a marquee, even though on here, I just noticed what's on the tent. Have a look, it does say circus. Our wedding's a circus. Gee, I've been to somewhere it feels like it. Always happy occasion. Well, yeah, I've only ever been to those that are happy occasions, but sometimes they feel like a circus. Here we go. The tent, as we've already had, and having that on that energy of great announcements, I think it actually is relative to having an adventure and spending some time with that sort of experience that's going to bring forward, could be some travel, like going to it at some point, and maybe it is actually experiencing a circus, that type of an event that you can join in with and really have an adventure. It is, with the dressing up and all the rest and having an adventure. So that's how I'd actually read that one. And if there was a need to find out the timeline of it, it could be that we're looking at 3 is the number. It's 3 weeks, 3 months. No, hang on. 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months, that type of thing. It's the derivatives of look for the timing of going on this adventure in those multiples of 3. It's really quite fun. And I find really on the spot with some of these readings. And your late dad was Glenn, was it? Oh, now I've hidden. It takes a bit of time to slide up the comment. Was Glenn here? I've got the hide button sitting on that. Wow, I find it is amazing. So, oh, hi, Mia. I didn't see you. Did I see you there earlier? Wonderful. So I can do a little reading for you. Great. I'm just going back to make sure I haven't missed anyone that is still here, because I know I can't see. Oh, where's that? Got Judy. Oh, Kerry Ann, you're here as well. Great. Just put in Kerry Ann. For those of you who are on the card reading group, which is Meg's Judy, Kerry Ann, if you're wanting a reading, just put your name after it, but use these. I'll put these away now, the charms. I've done that side. Just use these areas as the, just say, love and relationships or money matters, how your finances, and then your name after it, so I can tell that that's you asking for a question. Then I can direct the energy properly. And Jasmine, hey, how are you? And you're here as well. Yeah, it's great to see you popping in. Now I'm just trying to find. Oh, that's right, you're up there. Yes, you are. So I think you probably are next, because you've got, love and relationships. Julie, did I just do yours? Yes, I did do yours before, didn't I? So now I'm up to Jasmine, because you've put an area that I can read from. So that's going to be regarding housing application. Love a reading regarding housing application. So what I'm going to do there, I'll clear these and put 3 symbols, 3 charms. 1, 2, and 3. Can you just put your name after that home and family, please? I can go and have a look in a minute. I have got that page up. So here we're going from Jasmine, looking at housing application. So what we've got here is the hourglass. We have the camel. That means persistence. That's from the cards that I use. It almost looks like he's... and the scale. So it's actually balance. So it's finding the balance in timing, I think. I reckon that might be the balance in timing. Hourglass, from what I'm feeling in that, it's persistence with the camel, but we'll go with what is the actual, what's in the guidebook. It is perseverance ensures success, endurance and resilience. So that is the similar thing, similar meaning to what the Lenormand deck of cards will explain. So persevere, be persistent. With the hourglass, it is about using patience and time. So it is fate, difference between 2 worlds, earth world and spiritual world. The negatives are time's running out, make your decisions quickly. So I think that's not that I feel there's a positive, negative, but it can be that if you procrastinate for too long, you'll miss out. So the haste, but don't do it in haste just because you feel like you're going to run out. I'm feeling that it really is considering what is that balanced option and stepping into it quickly without that haste, so that you know that you are going to be stepping in the right direction, making the right decision, and that will come forward for you. So with that, Jasmine, I actually feel, are you actually after, is it going to be successful as well, I think, regarding housing application? So I'm just going to do this and use my pendulum. So yeah, use my pendulum, it's telling me to. So your question would be, regarding housing application, is their housing application going to be successful? And that for me is a very big yes, because that is my yes indicator, the clockwise rotation that way. So step into it. Don't waste time though. Keep at it so that you're actually going to have that. Now that balance with the scales is definitely, make sure that the legal stuff is done correctly. I'm feeling that the contracts, moving them forward, make sure that you're reading them, the detail, the finer detail, but you're certainly going to have, that weighing up of options going to move into success for you. Okay, so that's what I'm getting for you, Jasmine, out of that reading. I'm just going to clear that and those as well. And what we've got next, and this is from, I think that one was Karin, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. Home and family, Kerry. Right, so that is you doing the home and family. Cool. And now you were next. So I'm going to go and have lunch soon at some point, but that's all right. I'll try and move through all of you. Would be lovely. So, or did I do one for you, Mia? So this is where I love having Leanne here. She keeps track of who we've done when it's a joint Friday intuitive chat readings, but that's fine. So Mia, you're wanting a relationship one, so that's fine. Let me just go into this. I'll put 1, 2. Already there's light at the end of the tunnel. And 3, oh, look at that dancing. Oh, take it carefully because you might need a cane at the end of it and some help. Let's have a look at what the book's actually going to say for these charms for you. Love and relationships, I presume, is it a new one that you're wanting to move into? So there is light at the end of the tunnel. This, I think, is tunnel, the tunnel symbol. And, I think my dryer's... yeah, there it is. I think my dryer has actually, I can hear the beeps of it. Dryer, washing machine has actually finished its cycles. I'll get to it at some point. Tunnel is opportunities. It's coming out of the dark period. So, light at the end of the tunnel. It really is that. It's the light at the end of the tunnel, and the path is ready and waiting. Don't feel afraid by moving through it. Take it with confidence, and you are going to end up attracting the right person for you that you're wanting to have love and a relationship with. Not just the fling, although it looks to me like you're going to have a lovely time with the dancer. It is joy, celebrations, happiness, togetherness, intimacy, parties, and fun. So really moving into that, it is a symbol of flow and movement, isn't it? And having a great time, enjoying what you are doing together when it gets to that point. And we have the cane that is actually, it's good advice, having someone, to ask for help or listen to advice when it's offered doesn't mean you have to take it. There's wisdom abounding, there's knowledge, loyal and supportive. So that's what the cane is for. It is support. It's knowing that there are people around you that love and care and can support you. And there can also be sometimes that grumpy old man, cantankerous person feeling about it as well. And that's why I said you don't always have to take the advice that's given to you. It really comes down to your choice of the whom you would like to spend your time with and enjoy your time with, and really sense into what that inner heart is telling you. Okay, so hopefully that's helpful for you, Mia. I would say yes, there would be, and if you'd like to have a timeline, I'm feeling that, not the pendulum, the timeline. I'm feeling that there's going to be the threes, multiples of threes there as well. So it's 3 weeks, 3 months. Would it be 3 hours, or look for 3 in a date as well? So with that, as to, those could be auspicious days to be able to connect with someone and do the partying, that type of thing. Okay, so hopefully that's all right for you as well. Now we're down to, now this one, can I have a reading? And this one, I think, yeah, it was the Karin. I just had to double check. Now going back to here, and that was the home and family. So yes, I'm not surprised that something that Facebook's designed in groups for privacy and the rest doesn't work when they give you something to actually show with permission. But anyway, here we go with home and family. Just to smooth that out. Three little, don't know what that one is. We'll be discovering that too. I know what that one is. It's a teapot. So that's a lot of friends around and about you. And we've already seen camel, persistence, endurance. I think what we've got here is the tree. See that one? That's the tree charm. I find it really nice that these are so detailed in the charms that are being used. Karin has chosen some wonderful little bits and the charms that we're using. There's the camel. So what I'm feeling there is it's not all your burden. For some reason, that's something that's coming up, Carrie-Anne. So with the tree on that home and family, and as we remember the home and family, I'll just get that page. Whoops. There is a summary. Here we've got a summary as well to help you understand better what each of these sections are. And of course it is how close are you to, it gives ideas of questions around these sections. So what we've got here is the tree is the first one that was that chose itself to actually show up. So what the tree is, it is family. Funny, that's on the home and family, isn't it? So it is family, that solid foundation, a good growth, prosperity in the home as well, and that it is deeply rooted and it's on a good foundation. It's the mind, body, soul. I always say body, mind, soul. symbol, the tree. It really is that connection between all that we are, from the physical through to what is that cosmic spirituality connection. And that's why it's next to spirituality as well, in my feeling. That's what I feel that connection is with what is home and family. So it does engender that connection to the depth of who we've come from as our ancestry too. So it certainly is a solid foundation. What we're looking at with the tea, let me see if that's in here. Teacups. It says teacups in this, even though it's a teapot, but it's a similar thing. It is the friendship, it's the social gatherings. So it's the family gatherings and getting together with family. Be persistent. If there's something that's causing trouble in the family, it is, for me, indicating that you're probably having those times where you are having the get-togethers to break the ice, to break, last straw in the camel that broke the camel's back is going to be alleviated or sorted out, or those sorts of incidences in families that can cause estrangement. Persist, endure. It can be an enduring thing that lasts for years, but there are points where you can actually regain that connection with your family relationships. So certainly have those family gatherings. Keep meeting up. Yes, it might need some in-depth discussions and talking about what's happened and etc. But you probably find that with that cuppa that it's certainly going to break the ice and be able to get it moving into that point of being back into good family relationships and really reconnecting into that foundation that's good and solid. So that's what I'm feeling with that one. Okay, so is that all right, Karin? And thank you, Mia. Thank you for that. And Jasmine, thank you. You let me know how it goes. Thank you. Now, Diane, we'll get to yours. Here is, I'll just clear that. And soon I won't really need to have the book. I'm feeling it's going to really tweak in quite easily as far as how the readings will work for me, to be able to give them from that more intuitive level and still honouring what Karin intended with these types of kits. So we're looking at love and men. Right, so we'll do the three down here. One, oops, hourglass, time's running out. Here we've got, a dragon. Let's have a look at this last one, is the anchor that held into my hand. So here we've got the hourglass. I will show each of them. Kitty little hourglass. Just be aware of time, but it's not the be-all and end-all. Don't take, and the dragon, or just a picture of a dragon in that. And, of course, the anchor is pretty obvious in its shape. Don't really need the detail of that. But with the hourglass, we have had it a couple of times already. But let's see in your perspective of a man and meeting a new man, I presume. Patience and time. It is going to be a bit left to fate. It's going to be that potluck aspect. Getting out and meeting people, just allow that time. Difference between two worlds. So that's going to be with, depends if you do astral travel and that type of thing, or shaman type of work, whether you're traveling between two worlds when you know it, or whether you do it by accident. Because what we've got with the dragon is also partly a fantasy world. So is it something that you're just dreaming of and not really wanting? It's what I'm sensing. There is a little bit of a fear factor around it, because dragon itself can actually mean worry about nothing. Like, you're worrying about something, you're fearful of it, that you're feeling that, I don't want to go there again type of thing. There is that there, but you're worrying about nothing. So it's actually letting you know, just take that step. You've got the strength, you've got the stamina to be able to keep persisting. Yes, it might feel like time's running out, but it's not actually. So allow that fate to work its magic. Allow the fantasy and even the dragon energy to work its magic, because you are going, and they do protect you as well. So feel that strength of that protection from what is dragon energy. And you'll be able to certainly set down your anchor and feel that security of not drifting off with absolutely nothing happening. Again, it's strength, it's durability, it's being able to last the distance, feeling like you've got some sort of steadiness in life and stability once you've anchored. So move into that energy with it, and put the positive, I am meeting a man of my dreams, or whatever requirements you need. Put in what for you would be your perfect man into that thoughts, into that list of thoughts, and actually project that, manifest that, bring it forward, so that that's the man that you're attracting to you. It gives it a strong foundation of what universe is looking out for you too, but they need to actually, as far as it goes, let them know what your desires are in that direction. And there might be more to the actual match than just leaving it to complete fate, if you get what I mean. So hopefully that's meaningful for you, Diane. Okay. And Carrie Ann's just saying, thank you so much. I got a lot from out of the meetings. Oh, did you switch back over to, or you gave permissions? You switched to one of the other pages. Smart cookie. I can see your comment now. So you're on my page or something else. Oops. I think Peanuts heard a noise she didn't like. So on that note, I think probably what I'm needing to do, and I'll switch this back round to the normal position, because I do have that around there for the table. Makes it a bit easier. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for joining me and allowing me to do a little bit of practice with this particular system. I do enjoy using it. I'm finding the more that I do this sort of practice, the better it will be for those who are wanting the readings in this particular style. And it really is wonderful that it comes in such a cute little kit, and it's so easy and convenient to use when we're on the go. Leanne and I are going to be doing some weekend stints every couple of months. It won't be every month yet, because that would make life just too busy. But every couple of months, we're planning on moving into different country towns, like just for the weekend, so that there's a Friday evening or late afternoon and a full Saturday, early morning Sunday. Just a few readings each side, but Saturday being the reading day. And we're doing the next one. We've been to Mount Gambier through this month. Now we're planning on going to Whyalla 6th, 7th, 8th of August. I've got to try and get the head around it. I'm currently doing the promo stuff for that. I certainly do have my Calendly. If you're in Whyalla or close enough that you would want to, calendly.com, Ros Boundy. Just got to check that that's spelt right. I do have a QR code for that somewhere, for those of you who like QR codes. And you can certainly book there if you're close enough to Whyalla around that early August, 6th, 7th, 8th. And we'll be planning others. Oh, thank you, Diane. Thank you. And, again, thank you so much. Thank you for that. I will put this on the screen for now, so that those who, and of course it doesn't do the full stuff. This is the difference in using just the Be Live and what I'm used to with bringing eCam in, because I can do long sentences on screen with that. But that's all right. That's okay. You've got the link in the comment streams, each of the pages. And look, I'll catch you another time when I do ad hoc, or tomorrow morning. It might be a little bit earlier, because I've got the kitchen duty for my volunteering tomorrow, which means I'll try to get there at 8:30, which means, I'm going to be rushing it to do. Anyway, we'll see what time I can get to the live stream tomorrow morning for the daily Lenormand card spread. And otherwise, keep being the best you that you can be, and namaste until the next time. Thank you for being here, and bye for now.